Welcome to The Explainer. Let's jump right in. I want you to picture a perfectly normal day. Imagine you're just walking outside on a bright, sunny afternoon. People are commuting, kids are playing at the park, birds are doing their thing overhead. Everything is totally normal. And then, out of nowhere, the sun just vanishes. No massive explosion, no warning sirens, not even a blinding flash of light. It's just gone.
It's honestly one of the most terrifying, yet, you gotta admit, utterly fascinating scientific what-if scenarios we can imagine. What if the sun simply disappeared? Like, how would our planet actually react? Would we freeze solid right on the spot? Would Earth go flying off into the void? Well, today, we're gonna walk through the exact literal timeline of this apocalyptic thought experiment using the strict laws of physics as our guide.
But here is the craziest twist of this whole scenario. If the sun vanished this exact second, absolutely nobody on Earth would even notice. Seriously, for exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds, the sky would stay perfectly bright. The birds would keep flying, the weather wouldn't change one bit, and life would just carry on in total ignorance of the massive cosmic event that just went down. So how on earth is that even possible?
Chapter 1. The Physics of the Delay. To wrap our heads around this cosmic delay, we have to look at the strict rules of our universe. It's actually a brilliant illustration of Einstein's theory of relativity. You see, the sun is nearly 150 million kilometers away from us. Now, light travels at a staggering 300,000 kilometers per second. That means the sunlight pouring through your window right now, it actually left the sun over 8 minutes ago. But wait, it's not just about light. Einstein figured out that gravity also travels at the exact speed of light. Because both light and gravity take 8 minutes and 20 seconds to cross that massive distance, our planet's orbit wouldn't change right away either. Basically, the universe gives humanity one last, perfectly peaceful moment before reality hits.
Chapter 2. Earth Goes Rogue.
So, those 8 minutes and 20 seconds? Yeah, they run out. And when they do, reality hits us like a freight train. The crucial thing here is that when the final photon from the sun arrives, day turns into night instantly. There's no beautiful sunset, just sudden, absolute blackness. It'd literally be dark enough to see the stars in the middle of the afternoon. But actually, the sudden absence of gravity, that is way more terrifying. Without the sun's massive gravitational pull anchoring us, Earth stops moving in a circle. Instead, our planet instantly shoots off in a straight line through space at nearly 107,000 kilometers per hour. We wouldn't crash into anything right away. We just leave the solar system forever, becoming what astronomers call a rogue planet.
Chapter 3. The Big Freeze Timeline.
Now, being a rogue planet flying through the dark without a star, obviously, that has some incredibly severe consequences for our climate. Let's track the relentless progression from that terrifying first moment of darkness all the way to the grim reality of a completely frozen world 1 year later.
Now, you might think we'd freeze to death in seconds, right? Actually, we wouldn't. Our atmosphere and our oceans act like giant planetary heat batteries. They've been soaking up solar energy for billions of years. So on day 1, the global average temperature only drops from about 15 degrees Celsius down to 10 degrees. Not too bad. But by week 1, we hit negative 17 degrees. Fast forward to month 1, and it's negative 40. And by year 1, the surface of the Earth is a staggering, bone-chilling negative 70 degrees Celsius. It's a gradual but absolutely devastating plunge.
But honestly, before we even get to that extreme deep freeze, human infrastructure takes a massive immediate hit. On day 1, while your phone and the internet might still work, every single solar panel on Earth instantly stops producing electricity. Just like that, power grids worldwide lose a huge chunk of renewable energy. As rolling blackouts start sweeping across the globe, it's going to slowly dawn on everyone that this isn't just a weird, temporary eclipse. The sun is truly gone. And you can bet global panic sets in pretty much immediately.
By week 1, the true existential threat to life on Earth becomes glaringly obvious. Without sunlight, photosynthesis just stops completely. Crops cease growing. When the plants die, the herbivores that rely on them starve. And when they die, the predators are next. Without the sun acting as the biological engine for our planet, the entire food chain collapses like a house of cards. Governments would declare global emergencies, and we'd be looking at unprecedented shortages, driving millions of people to frantically seek shelter underground.
Chapter 4. Could anything survive?
By month 1, the surface is basically an icy wasteland. It really looks like the end of all life. Lakes are solid ice, snow covers almost everything. But
Earth actually has a few fascinating secrets hidden away. Could anything survive this? The answer is absolutely yes, and it's all thanks to hydrothermal vents. Remember how we said water stores enormous amounts of heat? Well, while the ocean surface freezes completely solid, the deep ocean stays liquid. Way down in the pitch black of the ocean floor, there are these cracks releasing extremely hot, mineral-rich water heated by the Earth's internal core. There are entire ecosystems living down there right now, totally independent of the sun. Bacteria use chemical energy to survive, and larger animals feed on those bacteria. These deep-sea creatures literally wouldn't even notice the sun went missing. They could outlast the surface deep freeze indefinitely. Life is just incredibly resilient like that.
Oh, and speaking of things remaining unchanged, there is a huge misconception about what happens to the moon in this scenario. A lot of people just assume the moon would fly away too. But remember, the moon orbits the Earth, not the sun. Because Earth's mass and its gravity remain completely intact, the moon would stay exactly where it is, continuing its orbit around us. Together, the Earth and the moon would just drift through the darkness of interstellar space, side by side, like a frozen little cosmic island.
Chapter 5. Humanity's Last Hope.
Okay, so the deep ocean survives, the moon is still tagging along, but what about us? Let's jump ahead to year 1. The surface is negative 70 degrees Celsius. It's practically impossible to live up there. Forests are totally dead, buildings are just frozen shells. So how could even a tiny fraction of human civilization endure this bizarre new reality? Well, survival would demand an absolute top-to-bottom transformation of society. We'd have to retreat into massive underground shelters or cluster tightly around geothermal regions to tap into the Earth's internal heat. We'd rely entirely on nuclear reactors for energy. Our food, it would have to be grown exclusively in climate-controlled underground farms using artificial LED lighting. Every single drop of water, every breath of oxygen would need to be meticulously recycled. Civilization would shrink dramatically. The biggest challenge wouldn't be about technological progress or wealth anymore. It would literally just be the daily grueling battle for sheer survival against the cold.
Conclusion: the sun's true value.
It's a remarkably bleak picture, isn't it? A pitch-black, frozen world just hurtling through the void. But hey, before you start looking up real estate near a deep-sea geothermal vent, let me bring you back to reality. The sun is not going anywhere. It's expected to shine reliably for another 5 billion years. But this whole thought experiment teaches us a truly awe-inspiring lesson. The sun isn't simply lighting our world, it is keeping our world alive. Every single time you see a sunrise, every time you feel a warm breeze, every tree you walk past, every drop of rain that falls, all of it exists because of one very ordinary-looking star. The sun is the ultimate engine of our planet. So next time you step outside and feel the sunlight on your face, really take a second to appreciate it. You're experiencing one of the greatest, most vital miracles in the entire universe.
Now, I want to leave you with a thought that I really hope lingers with you long after this explainer is over. Imagine you somehow found out exactly what was about to happen. If humanity had only those 8 peaceful minutes before the sun disappeared from our sky forever, what would you do first? Let that sink in. Thanks for exploring the universe with me today. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.